Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, to Coin's Reaction Zone, and another episode for the Scooby-Doo reaction series that we decided to resurrect after 10 months. So this is the last episode of the new Scooby-Doo movies. So this is going to be episode 8, series episode 49, The Haunted Carnival, and it was released on October 27th, 1973, so 51 years later, reacting to it. A couple days off from Halloween, I thought it would be a perfect time to resurrect, because it only takes about 20 minutes to react to these, so they're pretty easy. Just editing is the one that's the pain. So this episode will guest star Dick Van Dyke. And like I said, we usually do notes, but first let's do the premise and the trivia. I forgot to do that the last two episodes. I ended up going back and re-recording the trivia for Cass Elliot because I got it confused with, because they're both haunted episodes, so I got those two episodes confused. So the editing will be a little bit wonky for these two episodes. But the premise, when no one shows up at his carnival, Dick Van Dyke enlists the help of the kids to track down the ghost that is scaring away his customers. And so some trivia for this episode. This was the last first run episode aired on CBS, as well as the last new episode for roughly 3 years, with CBS airing reruns of Scooby-Doo Where Are You instead. And then in 1976, Scooby would move to ABC for the Dynamite Hour. This is the final time that Nicole Jaffe voices Velma until Scooby-Doo and the Legend of the Vampire. And then that one is a part of the What's New Scooby-Doo set of series, which I think is in, 2003. And then this episode features the smallest cast of this particular series. And that's pretty much all the things I see for trivia. So let's get on into my notes. He's an interesting character because I know him more I know he's very famous. He's 98 right now, so he's the last living, pretty much one of the last living guest stars besides like Cher and stuff at the current time of this airing, which is pretty crazy since he's 98. And he's very popular. And he's been on a lot of shows. I know more for the First Night of the Museum movie, which is kind of funny, by just what I grew kind of up on. Freddy, during the actual episode, notices a sign for a carnival in the middle of the road. So he decides that it'd be perfect time. Let's go do it. Let's just have some fun. But the carnival is deserted and empty, and all the food tents are closed. Worst of all for Shaggy and Scooby. And that's when they discover Dick Van Dyke and a few other characters like the Strong Man, who's the masked marvel of muscle. And then once they're volunteering to help, they then see like a glowing hand around in a couple ghosty looking areas. And Shaggy and Scooby meet a ghost in the fun house as well. So just nice little haunted hijinks ensue. And then that's when they discover also a caterpillar roller coaster, but a ghost is on it and freaks them out. Dick Van Dyke saves them from landing after getting hurt by the ghosts, which is a soft landing on an ice cream cart, which also counts as damage. So I would probably count it probably like $100 per person, I think, for Shaggy and Scooby. Yeah, so Daphne's trying to escape the ghosties.
Hey, stop! Cut it out!
Yeah.
I've heard of things that go bump in the night, but you have to go bump so hard?
Better gather, girlfriend.
Oh, get his license number. Where are you, Daphne?
Are you okay?
Nice license plate joke.
Just wait till I get my hands on that hit-and-run driver.
You mean hit and float driver? There goes the ghost driver. Let's follow him.
Yep, the Ghost Rider.
Ow! Quick, it's getting away.
Where are we? We're somewhere in the tunnel of love. It's a tunnel, all right, but I sure don't love it. Couples come in together and hold hands and come out engaged. No kidding.
Tunnel of love,
Let go of my
baby.
hand, Scooby. We're just good friends. Hey, what do you think you're doing?
We're just good
throwing the
friends,
lights
nice.
together Somewhere in the ceiling. You're rocking the boat. You'll capsize it. Relax. I'm an old-handed boat. I know exactly what I'm doing. And what I'm doing is losing my balance. And swimming. Shh. I got him. Yeah!
Yeah, I couldn't even tell that was
Mr. Van
him.
Dyke.
Come on,
Freddy's
guys.
fainted. Mr. Van Dyke, wake up.
Hurry, hurry, hurry to the greatest carnival on earth.
You're gonna knock them out, guys.
Greatest carnival on earth.
You want to buy it?
You asked us that before.
Yeah, I know, but it's a lot cheaper now.
That
Where are we?
was funny.
We're in the
I like
greatest
that.
carnival on earth. Besides that, I don't know. I think we're in some sort of secret passageway. The sounds are coming from this direction. I know. That's why we're going in this direction.
I do like Dick Van Dyke's interactions with them. I feel like he plays off them pretty well. He has a similar
We're
comedic
under the
style,
carousel. This is the motor room.
which
in
I
our
like.
direction.
And the grunts are coming from inside.
Shh. It's all a fake. Those grunts
Of
sound
course,
real
it's all a
enough.
fake.
Something's behind those motors. It's the strong man. He said he left my carnival.
Well, obviously he didn't. He's your ghost. Only his arm is big enough to fit inside this phony ghost arm.
I think
Yeah,
you're right.
I agree.
I can't even
So
hold
what?
it up. He
We
sure
already
has
know
strong
who
arms.
he is
Why
already.
should he pretend
That
to be a ghost?
he's the ghost, even though he's the only other character we knew.
I heard you, Van Dyke. It was all a part of my plan to make you think your carnival was haunted.
But why?
So you'd sell it to me cheap. And then, instead of just another strong man, I'd be the owner of the carnival. But you kids started snooping around and ruined it for me. Well, you'll pay for that. Let's go, Scoob! They will not get far.
Yeah, exactly. Get out of there, man.
Now to stop the carousel and grab them.
Yeah, that's how things happen, man. Get out of the way.
Hey, get out of my tutti frutti! And my Scooby Scoop.
Well, that puts him on ice. Ice cream, that is.
Good work, Shaggy.
You too, Scooby.
You saved Mr. Van Dyke's carnival.
You all help save it. And as a reward, I'm making you part owners. You're all going to help me run it.
No kidding.
You mean it?
Of course.
Wow,
was
just
quick.
think, our very own carnival.
You all know your assignments?
I'm in charge of food concessions.
That figures.
I'm in charge of the ride.
I'm in charge of the Tunnel of Love.
Maybe somebody will take me
Nice.
for a ride on it.
And I sell tickets. I get to
Oh,
take care of
jeez.
everything. Wait a minute. I forgot about the barker. We need a barker.
That's dirty.
Me. What do you know about barking?
Honey, listen.
All right, and that was the last episode of the new Scooby-Doo movies. So I think it's definitely liked it more. A lot of the gags are definitely repeats compared to some other Carnival episodes we've had. But I do like Dick Van Dyke more as a guest star, so I think I'm going to give this one a 4 out of 10 because I had a little. I liked his interactions with the gang. I don't think it was above, a 5 though, but still had a nice fun moments, which ends season 2 with a 3.31 average score. Season 1 was a 4.88 because 2 episodes I really liked. Out of the new Scooby-Doo movies, Loch Ness Mess was my favorite, followed by Wednesday is Missing at 7.5, and then Weird Winds of Winona at 6.5. But for this episode, I enjoyed it. The ghost, that reveal of the strongman was a bit kind of lackluster. That really brought down my score by a lot because I wanted it to be more fun than that. But I did like Dick Van Dyke's reactions with the gang and like how they talk to each other and just similar comedic styles, which is why it's a 4 out of 10. So overall, I'm glad we finally finished it after starting it back up after Halloween. So I'm very happy with that. And we'll try to release. I'm going to try to do Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for releases from now on, depending on how busy I get with my new job, basically. So we'll see how that goes. So yeah, 4.88 and then 3.31. That's an average score of 4.095. So 4.1 for the new Scooby-Doo movies, which I think is about average of how I felt. There was only like 1 0 in there, but a lot of them were hit or miss for me, especially because there was a lot of characters that I didn't know of. But the ones I did know of, I felt like I enjoyed a little bit more because I kind of felt in the know kind of thing. Because I'm seeing a lot of the scores didn't know the character of, or just felt it a bit boring or kind of lackluster, especially because really drowns you out of it having a 45-minute episode. I think Scooby-Doo's the best whenever there's 20 minutes, basically, because it keeps it nice and packed down and contained. And then, there's the beginning, your middle, and your end of your Monster of the Week style. And then that's a perfect amount of time to get engaged, but not enough to where it's kind of throws it all off, especially since they're new Scooby-Doo movies. But the actual movies that they have are some of my favorites for Scooby-Doo. But these ones kind of just brought me out of it, basically. So that's going to do it for me for this episode. I will see you guys next Friday where we start the Scooby-Doo Show. And that'll be the 50th episode of Scooby-Doo already there. That's awesome. Especially since I started back up after 10 months, take a little bit of a break. So I'm excited to get back into it in full force. Thank you everyone for watching and have a great day.